Honestly, Dubai sucks. It confuses you, completely confuses you. Have you ever tried to look for a one bedroom or two bedroom or three bedroom or studio online, off plan to buy, and come to a conclusion that this one product is exactly what I want? Hardly ever does that happen. You're so confused. And when you're talking to the broker because you want clarity, you're even more confused. I think it's partly because we, as humans, want to think, oh, maybe it's not true. Maybe it's better over there. Let me go look. And then you just confuse yourself even more. The Dubai real estate market is super dynamic, and you probably have FOMO, fear of missing out, or fear of you've already missed out. Are you paying too much? Is off plan still good, or should I just be focused on ready for rental income? None of those are wrong. Like, there's no wrong answer. I mean, just to make it clear, there's no wrong answer. It comes down to what it is that you want to achieve. And is what you want to achieve realistic for this dynamic that we are experiencing now? Unfortunately, not everything is going to make you the amount of money that you think it's going to make you. It's just not what it is anymore. And unfortunately, there are still brokers out there who say that this product will give you X amount of returns within a very short period of time just to get that deal done. And that's very upsetting. Then you reach out to somebody else to help you and you take up that person's time. Half of the conversation is about how you bought something and Dubai sucks, because this, that. Let's just take some responsibility for our own decisions, that we chose to work with those people because we didn't do our due diligence. It's happened to me as well. I've overpaid for many things because I had the preconceived notion of what this is going to do, and this person just told me what I wanted to hear instead of what I needed to hear. I think that's point number one. Point number two, off plan can still be good. The secondary market can still be good. It just depends on what your expectation is. I've got real estate in the ready market offering, there's tenants in there already, paying rent already. It's between 6 and 8% net and gross return. We average around 7%, which is in anywhere in the world really good. Spoke to my client in Tel Aviv, said we don't do that really because the return is like 1 or 2%. It's nothing. It's horrendous. 6-7% net is really good compared to most other cities in the world. But for some reason, people want 10%. There's just this great number around, I've got 1 million dirham to spend, or I want 10% return. It's just not how it works. When you're entering into the market and you're getting a 6-7% return, don't get me wrong, you can get an opportunity where the rent return is 10%. That's not what I'm saying, but it's highly likely not going to be the case. When you're purchasing a property, there is a 6-7% net return already locked in with the tenant, and then it grows into that 10, 11, 12 percentile. Secondly, with ready properties is you've got to understand you cannot liquidate that asset immediately. You need to give that tenant a 12 months notice. So if somebody wants to buy that property from you, they need to pay the premium that you're asking, which is most likely bringing down that average of return, which makes it even less of an attractive offering, because now the return is 5% and not 7% what you are getting. So it's highly unlikely. We are sitting with that right now in Dubai Hills, where we wanted to sell, then it took a little bit too long than what the seller was comfortable with, and I wanted to get this unit off of my hands, so we placed a tenant at 95,000 a year. Based on the current owner's purchase price, it is still a good return. But based on the market rate right now, after service charges, we want to get 1.4 million, 1.45 million as an offer in pocket. But on the 95, it makes the return like what, 4 point something, almost 5%. It makes it harder for investors to choose units like that. It is just harder to sell tenanted property than it is to sell vacant property. So you have to consider that these are the factors. If you get into the existing market where the property is ready, even if it's vacant and you place a tenant, there are going to be some resistance to reselling. So if you're planning to buy something and then resell it after 2 years in the ready market, you have to consider that these are going to be the challenges. In the off-plan market, it's different. Under construction appreciates at a better rate depending on what you bought and where you bought, but literally anywhere in Dubai, Al Jadaf, Rashid Yatsa Marina, Dubai Hills, Arjan, Silicon Oasis, those locations are going to appreciate during the construction period, and you can resell those to end users, people who want to move into something that's ready now. How do I know that there will be people in the market that's ready to buy now? Over the 2024 year, 140,000 new people moved to Dubai. There are people who are tenants who want to become buyers because the rental prices are now too high. The interest rates dropped, and it's going to drop by a couple of more basis points again at the end of 2024. So the surplus income that tenants now have makes sense to them. Let's get into a property. Let's get into the market. It's becoming more affordable. What I could afford for 2 million was a 2-bed. Now, with the interest rates dropping, it's becoming a 3-bed in certain locations. Depends on what their expectation is. You can still make money in the off-plan market. You can still make money in the ready market. A very strong strategy that I am employing right now is finding these units that have tenants in them where the price that you are going to buy it at is still really good. That gives us that average of 6 to 7%. I've got a list of properties available so you can reach out. And then my focus is also on certain real estate projects in certain locations off plan where I know the parameters have, it makes sense for us to invest here because of the movement we're going to see in that specific segment of the market. I mean, that is waterfront real estate, and that is in a master plan, and that is in townhouses and villas. I mean, that sort of sentiment hasn't changed. It's been preached for the last 2 years, and waterfront still dominates capital appreciation. Villas and townhouses still dominates capital appreciation, and most people clearly need just a good advisor to let them know where those opportunities are. If you're one of those people, there's a link in the description of this video. It's a free consultation with me, and I will take you through the entire process. I will get to understand what it is that you want to achieve and then put you in the position to achieve that objective. It's as simple as that. I'm your real estate mate because clearly everybody needs a mate in real estate. I'll see you on the next video.